We just said it was mentioned that it started. Oh no, it's halfway. Oh no, it was. Did you just say I'm the culprit? What? Mitch? Hey, hold on. How does that make me the culprit? One of the guys has the ability to throw a rubber ball exactly where it was targeted with enough power to burst it. But if we're talking about kicking a ball with that much strength and accuracy wouldn't be impossible for you, right? Especially when you're the ultimate soccer player. Ugh. My true talent was said to be almost on par with that much of many professional soccer players. It makes sense for an expert like him to handle much smaller and lighter ball with such ease. No, wrong. Keep quiet. If you're not the expert soccer player, balls and rubber balls are different. And I can't do all that with even a soccer ball. Mitch, but you did say that thing in Tsuji's TV's Master Challenge. You were the special guest for the game where you had to dribble all kinds of balls and land it on targets. Didn't you have no problem with a rubber ball there? You even did it with a freaking pea. Exactly. What? I saw that episode in the hospital. Literally no one asked. He easily scored a goal with a soccer ball. Then did the same with the ping pong balls, shuttlecocks, and one of those large exercise balls, I believe. Ah, you're saying you can't kick rubber balls? Try a better joke. That was all fake. It was scripted. How would that even be possible in real life? Do you think I'm? Oh, big scandal alert! Mitch, are you really the culprit? Did you kill Kyoka? Plus, yeah, plus, wasn't he the one who said the killer would be among the girls? No, this is a trap. I know, Yuki's the culprit. He's trying to accuse me with no evidence whatsoever. Mitch, it's over. Please just say it. I don't want to do this any longer. Say what? I didn't kill anyone. How does it have to be me? Do you have proof? Do you have any kind of proof that I killed? Mitch, I doubt you would overreact like this if you aren't the culprit. And you seem able enough to perform that trick using the rubber ball that Yuki mentioned. This is ridiculous. That's pure speculation. Show me the proof. Mitch seems really messed up right now. But it's true that my argument doesn't have solid backup. I thought of it by process of elimination, not real evidence. Still. To be honest, process of elimination is kind of evidence. I forgot, we're gonna see execution after this. Wait, that's what I'm saying. I'm excited. It should be somewhere that one piece of evidence that can nail him down as a killer. I need to point that out, or else we won't get anywhere. What point of evidence? I actually have no idea. Oh yeah, there was bloodstain nearby. Show me the evidence! I can easily prove I'm not guilty, you know. Is that I put the note in Kyoka's room? How will you prove that I got those tools from the antique store? How'd you know it was an antique store? I'll stop. Wait, Mitch, something's off about your statement. Oh, what's off? I don't see anything wrong with it. I know we talked about the culprit using the hook in the rubber ball earlier, but we didn't mention where they got it from. How did you know those tools were from the antique store? What? Because that's where most of the tools are? Yeah, I just thought the antique store was a good place for them to get it from. Personal option. Opinion. That makes zero sense. You normally find hooks and rubber balls in the storage, not the antique store. And doesn't the gym have lots of balls too? Dot. That's the most exclamation mark I've seen. You see, you never know. Other storage and antique store might have those. That's why I mentioned the antique store. It looks like that place has practically everything. Mitch, we know one of us has been keeping track. One of us has been keeping track of every single item in that storage in the antique store. Am I right, Teruya? Yes, Shuki, is this why you asked me about this? Trust me, the antique store definitely had hooks and rubber balls. I knew because I spent most of my time hanging out there. And I'm pretty sure there wasn't any hooks or rubber balls in storage. The ones used in the murders are from the antique store. The way those items were arranged changed after the murder. Oh, Teru, you memorized all that? Well, what a freak. Shut up, it's just a coincidence, and you still don't show me. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Show me evidence, tangible evidence, not your stupid guesses. I'm not buying it, you're doing this to the wrong person. To be a man and just say what you did. Hey, Mitch, will you admit if we show you evidence that you're the culprit? I'm not the culprit. If there's no evidence, you can't say I did it. Give me the proof. Proof. If he insists, we should probably show him. Yuki, show him the proof you have, okay? Huh? I have the proof? Be patient and think. You have the proof. Those eyes are so beautiful. I mean, what? You even showed it to us a while ago. I showed the proof to everyone? Is he talking about... I see, I did think about it back then, but that can certainly nail Mitch down. What proof? The note? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not talk shooting. I would actually like to read this. Okay, I think it's actually just the same. This is cool, I like this. His X is not working! Boom! Ow! Oh! Boom boom! Boom boom. Call me the ultimate sniper, actually. Yeah, I need to be called the ultimate sniper. Oh, never mind, I'm mainstream. Call me the ultimate sniper, bro. I need to shoot 2 times. Bro, this is actually good. I like the sucker bullets lives. Show me physical proof. Monokuma, yeah. Okay, notepad. The notepads Monokuma gave us. What about the notepads? Maybe we could check if the notepad he has rips in it. Yeah, we could ask if his notepad has rips in it. If you want, I'll show you tangible evidence that can prove you guilty. Which obviously doesn't exist, you moron. It does exist. Remember when I showed you the note to explain how the culprit killed Kyoka into the laundry? The paper used for the note was from the notepad Monokuma gave us, which means we can see if that notebook was from your notepad by just checking if there's any torn pages in there. What? Well, Mitch, here's evidence you've been asking for. This is evidence? Are you kidding me? We got like these a week ago. Anyone could have torn out a page. We've been here for 4 days. Anyone could have used it. Then we can try matching Yuki's note with the torn one section in your notepad. That way we'll be clear on whether or not it was in your notepad or not. Well, but hey, don't you think the culprit could have used something else's notepad? How can you be so sure that it was for mine? No way, idiot. The notepads were in the drawer in our rooms. How are you going to get one without the owner's permission? If the owner somehow gave permission, even better. That would automatically mean the person who asked for permission is the culprit. Wait, that's... Mitch, just admit it. I don't want us to know. I don't want us to keep fighting each other like this. It's over then. Over? Who said it's over? Nothing's over. This is a lie. This is a big lie. How dare you accuse a super still like me of murder? Liar! Alright, if you say so. I'll go over the case from the beginning to the end, then you'll accept it. I'm excited for this part. Then you're the only possible culprit, Mitch. I know. What's this? Ooh, wait. What the? I like this one. Yeah, switch. One thing I was like, hey, it's alpha. I just want to like that. Like, let it go. Then So long press left. But you know what? Might as well. And attack. And jiggle. Jiggle and tails pressure. Frame. Let's go. Come on. Oh. Oh. Here's one. And we'll just wait until they give up. There you go. Exactly. You get a voice like this too, awesome. It all started last night, when we were all in shock by Monkuma's motive. Kyoka, Haru, and Satsuki decided to hang out together to distract themselves from the stress. They ran around in the hallway until Haru accidentally broke 2 of the nameplates on the wall. Those 2 nameplates belonged to Kyoka and Tsurugi. Haru was panicked over breaking school property when Monokuma showed up to give him a quick warning. He didn't punish Haru since it was an accident, instead ordering him to replace the broken nameplates with new ones. And here's where Haru made a crucial mistake. After a trip to the restroom, he got confused about where to put the 2 nameplates originally were. He finally chose to go with his gut instinct, which unfortunately turned out to be wrong. This is when Kyoka's and Tsurugi's nameplates were switched around. Haru went to his room right after putting the nameplate back, and the nighttime hallway was left empty at this very moment. That's creepy. Someone had decided against going to sleep and was out in the hallway, secretly heading somewhere. They were heading was to Tsurugi's room. For some reason, they had chosen Tsurugi to be their target of murder. But there was something they were unaware of. Right before they came there, the nameplates outside Tsurugi and Kyoka's room were switched by Haru. So the culprit had gone to the Kyoka's room. Kyoka's room. Unaware of the error, the culprit made their first move. They put a note through the gap below the door. It asked to come to the laundry room at 6 AM, contained a lot of false information to make things easier for the culprit. Not everyone would be asleep right after nighttime, and it would be easier to spot a note coming in through the door. That's what the culprit was going for. Act 2. The next day, as the time approached 6 o'clock, Kyoko, after reading the note, came to the laundry room as she had been instructed. Ta-da! The culprit was hiding in the corner of the room, looking for an opportunity to strike. Since they weren't expecting to see Tsurugi, Kyoka's suddenly appearance would have been a surprise to them. Kyoka continued forward, oblivious of her fate. The culprit was probably confused at first, and either noticed that they somehow went to the wrong room, or found Kyoka holding the notes. They likely had a plan in mind, and changing the target meant they had to risk ruining everything. But there was also the potential of being found out, and facing the aftermath if they let her go. So what was his other plan? If he killed Tsurugi, was he still going to put him in the girls' restroom? At last, the culprit decided to change their target. They already had the weapon, the murder weapon, and it looked like they would be discovered anyway. Meanwhile, Kyoko was wondering why no one was in the room. Still unaware of the presence of the culprit, she was less vulnerable to their attack, and to showing the spirit everywhere. Dun dun dun. I fell victim to it. Should I do the voice? Should I do the sound effects too? Act 3. Whoop! Wait! After the murder, the culprit wiped off the blood from the body to conceal any evidence of the murder, because it was done almost immediately after Kyoka's clothes didn't get any blood in them. However, they weren't able to take care of the large blood stain on the floor, maybe because they were in a hurry or they just failed to see it. Well, if they failed to see it, then why did they clean the... No, never mind. The bloodstain played a large role in revealing Kyoko was murdered in the laundry room. I mean, the culprit forgot about the bloodstain while they were while they were busy moving Kyoka's body. They must have gotten in panic since they killed someone that was part of the plan. Ugh. The culprit first carried the body over to the girls' restroom. Their purpose was to take advantage of the fact that the students aren't allowed to enter the restroom of the opposite sex. Glance. That's when the culprit found the pipe on the ceiling of the restroom. The culprit decided to make why don't I just toss the body? The culprit decided to make use of it and went to the antique store to get the needed supplies. Wait, why didn't the killer just push the body in there? Why didn't the killer just threw the body in there? They'll wake up rush announcement, so they're probably in the rush. Nah, I would probably be having to throw a body actually. The tools they chose were a rope, a hook, and a rubber ball. The culprit first tied the rope around. This was so risky too. What if someone saw them? This was a sudden way to hide their involvement. The idea was to tie the rope in the pipe without entering the girls' restroom using the rubber ball. Since the culprit was a man, they were unable to enter the girls' restroom. The Nikoma had previously announced that anyone who is exploiting the restroom of the opposite sex will be shot by the machine guns. Yeah. Now, related to the fact that the restroom entrance was open with a wall straight across, the culprit was able to tie the rope to the pipe using the elastic or the rubber ball. It was a risky move as the culprit wasn't able to step inside to correct any mistakes. Making the ball bounce right through that small gap seemed nearly impossible. But the culprit was confident they could do it, since this was because, as the ultimate soccer player, they had absolutely mastery over all types of balls. Yeah, I master over all types of balls too. The rubber ball bounced across the room and right back to the entrance, just as they planned. The culprit repeated this several times to make it look like if someone tried the rope by hand. And this is when an unexpected event happened. They must have failed to adjust the strength of their kicks because the rubber ball grew weaker and weaker after each bounce until it couldn't withstand the pressure and popped. This caused the liquid inside the ball to be splattered all over the restroom, becoming a key piece of evidence. The culprit would have wanted to get rid of it, but they couldn't do it without going inside the restroom. The culprit nonetheless decided to go with their plan. After all, they succeeded in trying the rope. They succeeded in trying the rope to the pipe, and the method they used was virtually unimaginable for a normal person. After getting the rope around the pipe, what's music? Culprit removed the ball from the rope and attached the hook instead. Then they threw the hook towards the pipe to fasten the rope on it. On the end of the rope that was left outside the restroom was wrapped around Kyoka's neck. The reason for this was to make it look like Kyoka was hanging inside the restroom. The culprit was hoping to make us think that Kyoka, the murderer, was inside the girl's restroom, and actually was able to enter it as well. That way men won't be considered suspects in the trial. The culprit, as a man, was trying to use this for their favor. Imagine this was wrong. Imagine it was the plot twist was that. You guys were wrong. You guys are wrong. Kyoka actually just committed suicide. Everything was ready, and as the culprit was about to push Kyoka inside, they found a piece of paper in her hand. It was the note they wrote. It was a note they wrote, held tight in her hand even after her death. Okay, Yuki, the ultimate wrap-on. Have realized the note would be used against them if discovered. The culprit ripped the note out of her hand. They ripped it possibly because of rigor mortis, which made it difficult to pull it out. What the culprit didn't know was that most of the important part of the note was still intact, the piece they left in Kyoka's hand. Thanks to the note, we found out she wasn't murdered in the restroom, which led to the conclusion that the culprit can be a man as well. After getting over the risky parts, the culprit tried to get rid of the hammer and the rubber ball, but too much time had passed at this point, and it was early enough for some of us to get up. In a hurry, the culprit left their murder weapons and reversible balls in the garbage dump. They would have wanted a safety option, but the time constraint gave them little time to think. They must have thought we wouldn't find them if they put it alongside all the trash. And it kind of worked, since Kakeru and I were the only ones to discover them. If I would just put it in the trash bag, I wouldn't have looked in there. When we started coming out of our rooms, the culprit acted like they had just gotten up and waited for the body to be discovered. Yeah! We soon noticed that Kyoko was nowhere to be seen, and as we all know, we went looking around the entire building until Akane discovered the horrible state Kyoko was in. Everyone froze in shock, and while pretending to do the same, the culprit secretly had a smile at the outcome of their plan. The person who came up with this plan and tried to deceive us all. Let's see this card. I like this. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. That's the red card thing is sick. It was you, right? Michiru Higa. That was sick. This is a cool fan game, I like it. How is that, Mitch? Do you still have anything to say? I must have forgotten how to speak. What kind of nonsense is that? This is just purely outrageous. Michiru, it's over. Please be honest. It's pointless for us to keep attacking each other. Mitch, was it really you? Why? Why did you commit something like murder? No, it wasn't me. I'm not. It's not me. It's not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. No. It wasn't me. Well, this idiot's going crazy. Oh, Mitch's totally gone wacko. Wow. Mario style. I might have to turn that off the volume because it might be copyright. Ooh, huh, it looks like you're done. As a headmaster, let me see your discussions were packed with passion in a fashionable way. Passion and fashion, are they the same? Are they different? Well, who cares? You don't need any of us to live a good life anyway. Let's move on to voting time. You don't need any extra explanations, right? Pick the person that you believe is a blackhead. Everyone make a choice using the vote anyway. One more thing, just as a reminder. Triple check that you voted for someone. If I ever see a blank bullet, you know what happens. I'm sure none of you want to be punished for something so trivial like that. Okay then, time to get excited. Who will be chosen as a blackhead? Leave it to the right choice or the left or wrong one. Idea, bro. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Makes people sound like an ultimate genius over here. Let's go, I knew I was right, I didn't even have to. Bingo, the bucket from first trial, that is the murderer who killed Kyoka, is none other than Michiru Higa. Well, hold on. Mr. Higa, did you really? Mitch, why'd you kill her? Tell us. I was a big fan of yours, I like soccer too. I admired your talent as a rising star. Why did you have to put it out and say something? Fine. I killed Kyoka. Are you serious? Finally. Michiru, assuming everything we found out is true, you murdered Kyoka, even though she wasn't your target. I'm not saying it was okay for you to set up a murder. How could you quit and spread... You could have quit and spread Kyoka when your plan went wrong. Why didn't you do that? Why were you so stubborn that by killing someone? Kyoka did nothing to you. But... I just had to get out of here after watching that video. That video? Just as I thought. That is the only possible answer. You mean the motive? Mankuma had showed us a DVD just yesterday. The contents must have been different from each student, but every one of them seemed enough to drive a person towards despair. Yeah, my mama. When I watched my video, I felt myself wrapped by a surge of emotion demanding me to escape here, using any means possible. I even pondered the thought of murder. Mitch must have killed due to the same reason. I'm aware of how serious a crime this is. Even a million apologies won't be enough for what I did. But I had to do it. I had to get out of this place, and I had to murder. Mitch, I don't know what to I don't know what you saw in your video, but can you even guess what was on mine? Every soccer stadium in the world has been reduced to ashes. Terrorists attacking FIFA headquarters and world-class soccer players, bro. I had a video of my mom dying. On top of that, my home team was also... How could such a thing be possible? I'm sorry. That's exactly like my case. Oh, it's kinda good. Yeah, we get it. I remember, I don't need a flashback. To Mitch, soccer would have been like home where he belongs. Witnessing his own sweet home being completely destroyed would feel, yeah. Attack on FIFA head kill? Come on, you know that's utter nonsense. Ryan, it doesn't only pertain to yours, all of our videos have been manipulated. You shouldn't have fallen for this trap, I couldn't stop trembling after watching my video, because it was as shocking and terrifying as yours. It wasn't just you. It was everyone's fight, even Kyoka's. Even though she watched the same video, she was trying to overcome her shock. You asshole. I couldn't help it, soccer's my everything. I'd even say it's more important than my life. I know murder's wrong, but I just had to see with my own eyes that that video was real. Even if it meant killing another person. Let me ask you one thing. Suppose that your plan went without a hitch and you got out. What if you found that the video was forged? Then what were you going to do? You heard about the class trial and the entrance ceremony, didn't you? The victory of the Black Hand is equivalent to the death of everyone, minus the Black Hand. My point is, by sitting with your murder plan, you opt to take everyone's lives or us 14 for your own needs. But were you aware of the full weight of your choice, or at least prepared to face the consequences? I doubt it. Yeah, that face looks like a dumb. I'm joking. You know what? I want to say, you're nothing more than an ignorant moron who wants to get out of here using soccer as an excuse. Of course the videos were as shocking as yours, otherwise, there wouldn't even be a motive. If that one was sufficient to make a person murder, all of us would have done it by now. But in reality, you were the only one to commit murder. What do you think made that difference? Could it be prioritizing your selfish desires over your so-called friends? Hey, stop it, don't try to make this any more complicated. Are you telling me this idiot got shocked by the DVD, then just went to murder someone without even being mental bad? No, I wouldn't deny that, but soccer really was my everything. Actually, it was pretty well planned out. You even managed to come up with a complex trick after killing, murdering Kyoto. Shinigi's being his initial target doesn't even look like a coincidence either. Before his talent would be an obstacle to your plan, didn't you? Ah, bullseye, I suppose. Right, from the beginning, Mitch was willing to murder, even without the motive. A malice beyond description, that's what took Kyoka's life. But, so what? Does it matter? Monokuma was the ultimate ringleader behind all of this. Monokuma is the one who drove Mitch to that point. You know what, Mitch? Right after watching the motive, Kyoka told me, Haru and Satsuki this. Very motive, anxiety, just push them to the side and have fun. That's the way we can all chill out, strike no bonds. That's making me sad. Kyoka probably got the same amount of shock as you, but she was trying to overcome the situation by getting everyone together. If she had a chance to talk with you yesterday, things could have been different. That's sad. That's sad. Why isn't it? Why? Isn't it so frightening? Who could have guessed that the world-class celebrity is other than a bad-tempered coward? This is why you should never judge a book by its cover. No one would have ever thought that Mitch Higa would murder. What? What are you talking about? It's your fault. This entire situation, Mitch's murder, is all your fault. How can you even say that? Oh, don't be so salty. What done is done. You gotta calm down. Oh my, I'm tired of that word. What does that even mean? What's with that attitude? If you're going to try to find me, give up. You're probably gonna end up hanging out with your dead friend anyway. Well, that's fair. Besides, you guys don't scare me at all. Shamarakuma, I don't know where you got the rules for that, but someday I'll bring you to justice myself. Suki might be an exception. How long have you guys been holding me back? We better get started. Started on what? Punishment? A punishment? What else could it be? I told you, punishment awaits the loser of the clash fire. Punishment, you mean execution? Oh, just give me a sec. Of course I'm guilty, I deserve death, I deserve any kind of punishment, but I know I can't ever make up for my crime. But still, are you really going to kill me? Sure, I killed Kyoka, but isn't this a bit different? Seriously, you're gonna take my life? I can explain, I know you must have been crazy, I'm sorry. Let me do that again, I can rot in jail for the rest of my life. Just don't kill me. Yeah, I'll do anything you want. You can have all the money I earned from playing soccer, okay? I don't wanna die! Help me! I'm dying! I'm begging you! Please don't kill me! Hey guys, do something! I'm gonna die for real. This is not a joke. No, F that, bro. Notwithstanding Mitch's desperate cries, everyone turned their heads away from him. Ooh, that's crazy. Including myself. Boop, boop, boop. What is this? Are you scared of dying? What are you ready for this when you became a blackhead? Above all your disrupted order, you killed Kyoka. Whatever the law outside may be, the rule here is simple: an eye for an eye, a death for a death. No matter what you do, you can't avoid punishment. Once you're revealed to be the backhand, you punish. This is an iron-bound rule. Now save your breath and let's begin. I certainly wouldn't want my students to procrastinate, but now then, I prepared a special punishment for the blackhand, Mitch. Go away, go away. Now then, let's give it everything we got. It's punishment time. Oh, I'm excited to see this. Come on. Oh, wow. What? What did I just say? I'm ready, I'm ready. Why couldn't they just do this? Why couldn't they just make a big circle around? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Clash Trial looked cool, but this art does look cool, but the Clash Trial looked cool, but they could have just made a big round circle like in normal Danganronpa. You know what I mean? Instead of just doing the pixelated background. But, okay, I'll stop talking, I'll shut my pie hole. This is cool, bro, this is so cool. Copyright bot. What's he see? What? Death the volcano. Oh, this is cool. Oh. Well, that'd be dizzy. Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, that was pretty short, but it was so cool. Mitch. My boy. My boy. But that is it. Yes, this thrill, this excitement, you can only feel this at punishment time. Oh, Mitch is dead. It happened in an instant. Mitch Shiga, who was alive and breathing merely minutes ago, now greeted us in death and mist scorched flames across the screen. Despair, that was exactly what came in our minds. How do you know, bro? Mitch committed murder, of course he was unforgivable. But this is too harsh. I don't want to talk. We have to keep doing this? I can't, anyone, please get me out of here. Ooh, if you don't want to do this, don't kill. None of this would happen if you simply stop caring about the outside. That is true, though. After all, it was Mitch's own selfish desire that led him to murder. You guys were the ones responsible for this. But how could we just forget about the outside world? This is impossible. Rikuma, what is your intention? What do you get from committing this heinous act? Intention? India? Huh? What's that? Sounds too hard for me. For me. Nobody cares anyway, you just have to know it. Just heed my words. All will be fine. Besides, you don't understand a word even if I tell you. Not even the slightest bit about what's going on right now. A total waste of time, right? You son of a... Wow, how intimidating. Boop, boop, boop. Well, case closed. The class trial's officially over. Everyone rest in peace. Hey, wait! Hey, wait! He's gone. Duh. Sorry. What are we supposed to do now? In silence, everyone kept staring at the sport when one people was standing. Duh. Why is it just class trial? Ultimate speed cube on my app. In silence, everyone kept staring at the spot when many people were standing. Although the class trial was over, none of us looked eager to leave the courtroom. After losing 2 friends in a single day, and realizing escape is still far out of reach, we couldn't help but freeze in despair. Everyone, we need to stay calm. If we lose hope here, we won't be able to accomplish anything. Oh, my legs ain't moving! I have to watch that execution! How are we supposed to stay calm when our friend has met such a horrible end? Friend? Who's this friend you're talking about? What? Oh, who else could it be besides Mitch? You're calling him a friend. I don't get it. Are you calling a murderer your friend? Okay, calm down, Cole. I thought you were called, but now you're not. That rhymed. What's wrong with you? I'm Tsugi. Sure, Mitch killed Kyoka, but deserved punishment, but he was still a friend for the past few days, right? Yes, he was. Now he's the only criminal who got what he deserved, committing the worst possible crime on Earth. What's so surprising about that? You may argue that Mitch deserved the death penalty, but do you condone Monokuma's actions? Are you condoning Higa's murder? Yes, Monokuma killing him was also murder. Monokuma is a criminal worthy of death too. But letting Higa live would just be as absurd. There ought to be retribution for every murder. What the? Are you saying you're glad that Mitch died? Of course. No murder has the right to live, regardless of how many times they've killed. What? Shotasugi has said his despises criminals more than anything, and that his dream is to end all crimes in the world. Saying that he's glad for someone's death, even that someone was a murderer, that's insane. Would you also say killing a murderer is acceptable? No way, if you kill a criminal, then you'll become a criminal too. However, wasn't Monokuma already a criminal to start with? What did I say I'll accuse Monokuma actions? I'm just saying he has got everything he deserved. I love that bear scum more than anything, but there's one thing he said I can agree on. An eye for an eye, a death for a death. That is my motto as a police officer. Music. No! The W is so. This guy's a dickhead. Isn't that problematic for a police officer to say that? Why would it be problematic? I think the real problem is with the current legal system. I want to work hard to change the laws in this country, no, the entire world. I'll create a world where no one can dare to commit a crime. It's for you all. Something about that killer and strategize on how we'll fight Monokuma. I'm not supporting Mitch, but something is definitely wrong with you. Wrong? To me, the way you're acting is wrong. Don't you realize you're already proving his death actions by caring about his death? Criminal or not, somebody just died. How could you act like that when a human being was murdered right in front of you? How could I? Well, criminals don't count as human beings for me. Leader? Shuri, what happened to you? You weren't like this. What do you mean? I was like this the entire time. I'm just giving some advice to those of you who are being overly hysterical. Of course, I am aware that I'm ultimately the one to blame. Kyoko wouldn't have died if I had been more alert. Therefore, from now on, I won't ever allow another murder to happen in this school, no matter what it takes. It's my duty to protect you all, isn't it? You... Stop. Makaka? She spoke. Everyone's exhausted. Let's go to our rooms and rest. Calm down. We can talk again tomorrow. Big spirits. Right, this mind-blowing incident got us all heated up. Let's go ahead and talk again tomorrow. Fine, I don't think you can think logically in these conditions either. So do it. And thus the first trial came to a close on the worst possible note. If it wasn't for Makaka, we might have broken to fight. Big up to Makaka. Everyone went crazy. No, I might be the one who's crazy. Two of our friends died on a single day. It would be weird to not go crazy. Will we ever get out of this place? Will we ever escape this monstrous killing game? We took the elevator back to the school building and quietly dismissed ourselves. The atmosphere felt heavy, and the feeling of distrust seemed to pervade. Everyone liked it did on the first day. Yeah. There's me chilling. Sorry, Yuki's chilling. Everything that happened today already feels like memories of a distant past. Surrounded by this bizarre environment, my senses of reality was slowly fading away. The day I felt home for the academy, a week prior to today, seemed like it was from a long time ago. I don't even recall how my parents looked like. You just saw your mom though. My family? It's been 4 days. Ugh! Kyoka, the trial, Mitch, the execution, Tsurugi. My brain drifted in confusion as these words kept swirling in my head. My mind, sorry. We made it through Arthur's crash trial. The very embodiment of despair without achieving anything. But this was merely the beginning of despair. Yeah, we're gonna start dealing even more and more. I wonder if there's ever been a Danganronpa situation where no one's killed. I'll see this last one. There we go. The first see that they on the screen. I don't like Tsurugi anymore. Do you guys have any clips of me liking him? You guys never did. No, that footage away from me. But yeah, that was the first trial. I felt good to play. But I've been recording for over 2 hours now, and it's apparently 5 a.m. But if you guys like this video, please go like and subscribe and check out my other videos. And I hope we reach 200 subscribers one day. But that's just me, that's just Sean. That's not just me. It's not just me. It's just Sean. Have a good day, night, blah 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 blah.